Mother Earth and divine wisdom. We are out of balance. My dear friend Fred used to say that to me often, and he said, we're in an era where we need the rise of the divine feminine. I loved that Fred, this very dear man, understood that, and he often said that to so many people. We need the rise of the divine feminine because we're out of balance. It is so the case that we need the consciousness that the divine feminine brings. And I'll just share a few things about that consciousness. The divine feminine is the embodiment of heart-centered living. It is this empathy and awareness of that which is around us. It is not linear. There's an incredible connection and appreciation from Mother Earth. It is also what quantum physics understands as the empty space that is in the universe, and it's in the empty space that so much is able to be created and flow in ways that we need. Divine feminine, because of the deeply empathic aspect of it, is the place from which compassion is born. It is the place where honoring human dignity of all people, because it is not linear and because it is heart-centered, it is often focused on breaking down and breaking through corruption. So here we are in this era, and it is so important to understand that much of what we see happening in and around us is this pushback from the masculine energy in the universe. We're out of balance, and it's the divine feminine that is moving forward, and there are all of these efforts to say, no, we can't have the feminine because feminine has empathy and compassion, and feminine energy is heart-centered. It is not linear, and it is not focused on rewarding people for their intellectual capacity. And we need the intellectual. We need the linear, but all of that is so out of balance. The intellectual and the linear has produced more space for greed and less space for caring for others. So over the next years, we are likely to see a continuation of that pushback. Some of it began with the election of Barack Obama, because he was one of those who brought in some feminine energy. And so it is not only a pushback against Obama because of race, and yes, that is a big part, but that's what manifests on the physical plane. To understand what's happening on the spiritual plane is so absolutely critical, because on that plane, then we can also understand why it's so important for those of us who operate with spiritual connection to deepen those connections and to expand the network of spiritual connections with people from different traditions, from people from different races and nations, and on and on and on, who understand how vital meaning how life-giving it is for us to connect with the sacred energy of the feminine. The masculine energy does not understand why it is so important to honor and protect Mother Earth. And so you also see how easy it is for people who operate from masculine energy to deny the climate change that is happening. and for them to focus more on the money that they can make. It becomes easier for those who are connected with masculine energy to focus on making money from the sale of guns, despite the fact that 80% of deaths in the US are caused by individuals using guns. And because so many more people can be killed within seconds with the kind of assault weapons that are available on our streets. So I'm inviting you to really connect with that Mother Earth, with that divine energy. For it is there that we are able to help bring that out of balance state that we are in. And understand, it's happening across this planet. It's not just happening here in the US. Just today, I received a text message from a dear friend of mine who said to me that a lot more people have been seeing orbs. And I don't mean the, what do you call them? What do you call those things? Drones, not just people seeing drones, but people seeing more orbs, these spheres of light around people or sometimes just floating in space. There has been a greater sighting of orbs. And Gladys, you remember when your sister kept seeing orbs after the passing of your mom. And more people have been seeing orbs. And my friend Valerie said to me, she contacted someone, one of her teachers, who said those orbs are energy forces who are helping to bring us into balance before the earth is destroyed, before this planet is destroyed, because the direction we're going so out of balance with the masculine energy, that out of balanceness leads us to destruction, not only in terms of the physical planet, but especially in terms of who we are spiritually. So I urge you, people you know who have spiritual connection, people who live their lives guided by compassion and by a consciousness of spiritual connection, people who live their lives guided by empathy, whatever their religion may be, is not the point. But people who are guided by a love for Mother Earth, recognizing that Mother Earth is so much not only that which protects us, but it's also what manifests where we are spiritually. And so the sickness and the dis-ease in Mother Earth is very much a manifestation of the spiritual dis-ease that we are living in. But connect with people who understand the importance of this. And most importantly, do not be dismayed or distracted by the stuff that we are likely to see in the coming years. Because it's going to be more pushback by that masculine energy. It's going to keep happening because folks can feel and sense the rise of the feminine energy, and it scares them. So understand, just as animals, when they feel cornered in fear, they do all kind of crazy stuff. And so we are likely to see some of those crazy energies from animals that feel cornered because they know the time is coming for the diminishment of the masculine energy and the rise of feminine energy. And I'm not talking gender, it's about energy. Understand that. And so I honor my dear Brother Fred, who talked with me years ago, it must have been 10 years ago, about the need for the rise of the feminine energy. And I bless you, Fred, and so many other men and women who do not think of feminine as a gender. Don't think of it as soft, but think of it as nascent. It is a life-giving force that we really, really need. Blessings and amen.